Hello and welcome back to the Quarry garden. I'm back in the white garden today. Some cleanup. I'm going to pull some of these foxgloves which have just about gone over now and add a few plants that I've got because I've got a few empty spots. But this Baltic parsley which I planted a few months ago now, it's just coming into flower and it's looking really good. How anything's looking so good in the garden, I've no idea, because we've had so much rain. We've had a week of very heavy rain and heavy winds and everything's been battered around. But somehow or other today it's a little bit milder and everything is just standing up straight, which is really good. The alliums have now gone over, but I'll leave them because they give a little bit of an architectural interest, so I'll leave those standing. In fact, I don't tend to do much weeding or cleaning up this time of year. I'll leave that till the autumn time. The achilles at the front, they haven't flowered yet. The hydrangeas are yet to fully open. They're just that green limey colour before they burst into them lovely white big football sized blooms. But yeah, everything's doing all right, believe it or not. So let me take you around to the other side and show you what I'm going to add today. So everyone has a problem area in the garden, and this is mine, or one of them. And this area right round up here next to the steps floods every year. And it always has done, because we have dug down that far to create this garden. And we're just sitting on a flat surface of the sandstone of the quarry, not much depth to the soil. So it always has been a problem area. This year, however, it's been the worst it's ever been. We had wet weather the autumn, followed by a wet winter, followed by a wet spring, and it's just been relentless. And it's only now that it's dried up, which means I can actually add some plants to this area. And I'm going to add some dahlias. Decided to do that because a lot of plants are lost in this area over the winter, and dahlias I can dig out in the autumn and I can replant them again next summer, as it is now, next summer, early summer. The candelabra primroses have gone over, so I'm going to cut back all of the flower spikes on those because I don't need any more. I don't need them to spread any further. And I'll add the dahlias. Did have 12 white aster pom-pom dahlias. I'm so glad I didn't actually plant them till now, because 6 of them, or 7 of them, turned out to be this very pretty yellow pom-pom dahlia, but not what I wanted. Obviously, when I bought them in late winter, they've obviously been packaged wrong. But never mind, I've also got some My Love Dahlia, which is a semi-cactus. And I think they're going to go there to brighten up this area because they're bigger blooms. Both of them will grow to about 4 feet. Both of them do like quite damp soil, in my experience. I've grown them in the past in damp areas and they've done really well. So I'm going to add those here. Lots of noisy birds today. And yeah, that's the first lot of plants, so let me get them in the ground. So I've got a big empty space in the middle of this border. And that's because I dug out a climbing rose either late last year, early this year, can't remember exactly when. But I originally did have an awful lot of delphiniums in here. And I think at that point when I dug the rose out, because the roots are all through this border, I obviously dug out the delphiniums at the same time. And I'm left with two, one at the far back here and one somewhere around here. And I want to add some more. I was originally going to add another climbing rose like the one I've got on the other side, the Starlight Symphony rose. But I've got in mind an idea to add something in the middle of this space when I lift the grass. So for now, I'm just going to replace some of the delphiniums, and I've bought some new ones. And these ones are Excalibur White. And they are a very small clump forming kind of delphinium. They only grow to about 100 centimetres, round about 100 to 140 centimetres, around about 3 to 4 feet in height. That's all they're going to grow to. They're not the huge, big, giant delphiniums, which I didn't want because it's too much of a windy garden. So I'm going to add those into the middle of here. So that's the next plant to add. So I did a bit of a quick clean up this area, removed all the flower spikes from the Candelabra primulas. I've lost the path again. I removed all of the seedlings earlier in the spring, but because of the wet weather, all of the seeds that have been lying around have sprung to life, so I'll need to clean those out again. But they'll all come to good use down in the bog garden. So the last job of today is to add some cosmos. Now I've had a disaster with the cosmos this year, because I grew Cosmos Purity, which I grow every year, potted them up, had lots of seedlings to add here, there and everywhere around the white garden, which I always do, and they were all pink, believe it or not. Every single one, there was hundreds of them, hundreds of seedlings, pink. So that was a disaster. But anyhow, I did grow this one as well. This is Double Dutch White. But as you can see, I never actually got round to them removing them from the seed tray. How they have grown so well, so good, they're full of flowers, I don't know, because all they're in is some seed compost and I've done nothing with them. I put them to one side, forgot about them and never got round to it. So I'm just going to pick out some clumps and I'm going to add them around these borders here. But it's started to rain. We're going to have thunderstorms this afternoon. So I'll come back and show you what they look like on another day, hopefully when they're in flower. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now. Bye.